Mike, turn your games down.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to our movie episode of Games My Mom Found. I am Mike Albertin, and
hey, everybody, it's Kenneth Sanity. I may not make an honest buck, but I'm 100% American.
And I am Bill Tucker from A Gamer Looks at 40 and carrying my cross podcast. And don't worry, folks, it's all part of the show.
when he gets bent in half, too.
Oh, boy. I don't think I remember that when I was a kid. I don't remember his feet being dangling by his ears. I don't remember that from watching this as a kid. But there's a lot of jokes I didn't get as a kid either. We'll get into it. Actually, I should say a lot. There's a few of them I didn't get.
There's a few. Yeah. So, I guess I'll walk right. Oh, we're here to talk about The Rocketeer. Directed by Joe Johnston. Screenplay by Danny Blisson, Paul DiMeo. Based on The Rocketeer by Dave Stevens. And which is surprising. And came out in 1991.
Ah, yes.
A bit ago. And I also want to, always do our memories. I have never seen this movie. I have only ever played The Author before. And that's it. I have never seen this movie. Yep. I have no history with this movie for some weird reason. Ken.
I remember seeing this very vividly in theaters. I was 11 when this came out, which is exactly the right age to see this.
Totally.
And some of the stuff in there, probably not the best for an 11-year-old to see.
Probably not.
No, but, whatever.
Right?
Well,
all the Nazi stuff, maybe.
Yeah, the Nazi stuff and the people getting bent in half and just Lothar himself kind of haunts the dreams a little bit. It's fine.
Yeah, sure.
It's fine.
And Bill.
I don't remember seeing this in theaters, but my dad had this on tape. My dad was a big fan of this movie, so this is one of the movies my dad found. And I watched this a lot. I've seen this movie multiple times. I almost skimmed through it for this recording because I seem to remember a lot of it, but I'm glad I watched it all the way through again. This is a one I enjoy greatly. I jumped at the chance to be on this episode because I think this is an interesting movie by an interesting director, and it's got some really good stuff in it. I like this movie a lot, but this is one of the tapes my dad had on VHS that I watched over and over again. A, because The Rocketeer is just cool, and B, Jennifer Connelly exists in this movie, and I'm sure that was a reason as well for my young brain. I was probably what this came out. It said 89, so I was 9 at the time. So I probably saw this probably close to 11 or 12. Yeah. Yep.
Jennifer Connelly is great in this too, and she is so beautiful.
Yep.
Ken, what is the plot summary of this movie?
All right, I got one of those. This is the story of a good man, a simple blue-collar man who, with the help of the invention of an eccentric science man, will one day become a hero. Remember that sentence. I want to talk about it later. Cliff Secord has flight championship dreams and a girl who has his heart. Unfortunately, it isn't long before Nazis rear their ugly heads, and Cliff must become the Rocketeer, a flying fighter for good. Pressed between organized crime and a Nazi-turned-silver screen star, Cliff and his number one dame Jenny might just get out with their lives if they can rise above the clouds and find their peace.
Ah, yes. Very nice. Very nice indeed. And boy, is he a good-hearted person. This is a movie. This is very wholesome with some Nazi flavoring sprinkled upon it. I mean, I like this a lot. What was everyone's take, Mike? What was your take on this one, Mike? As someone you said you'd never seen it, right?
No, I just knew the game, and I was able to go, hey, that was kind of in the game. None of this was, but hey, they tried to work in a little bit. I mean,
the Super Nintendo version of this sucked. You should try the Nintendo version.
Oh. The Nintendo version, if the Super Nintendo version of this game is
gotta be worse.
It's inscrutable. The NES version at least is just a side scrolling punch and shoot 'em up. I did it this morning. Actually, I played it. It's actually okay. I had Game Genie on, so I just went through the levels. It's very bland and generic. But at least it's functional as a game, whereas the Super Nintendo version is not functional. Is almost not fun as a game.
Okay, Super Nintendo one is just I don't like it. I can never get past that first mission.
Terrible. I tried it again today. I tried the Super Nintendo version again, and there was no chance.
I never even seen the Nintendo one. I must have looked that up now. Hey, this was the time though when you had to make random NES and SNES games of movies. So hey,
Look, the licensed video game is something that we have lost as a society.
We have.
Right.
yeah.
Like,
a shame.
I know you did an episode about Batman Returns, which I honestly believe to be one of the finest beat 'em ups ever produced on the Super
That
Nintendo.
was good.
It's really good. It's a great game.
I was
And
surprised.
I know people have their issues with the Dick Tracy NES game. I, for one, love that game.
I have a just hard time controlling it.
It
Someday.
has a surprising depth to it. The Nintendo version of Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
It's on my to-do list.
Great game. Fun.
Yeah, it's a great game. Yep.
And we don't get things like that anymore. There's too much. Games take too long to make now.
Right.
There's
That's
not
the
enough
problem.
turnaround. We get things like, Wolverine, which is, probably would have been great if it would came out when Deadpool and Wolverine came out.
Sure.
But it's a comic book hero. We're getting a Blade game from Arcane. Do we want to bet what one's going to come out first, the movie or the game? Who knows?
I'm not taking that bullshit bet. No, thank you.
Well, I think the game actually might exist. The movie does not have any. So
But like we lost something as a society when we stopped making games that were based on movies. We lost the fun. And
Right.
that's one thing this movie has a lot of. It has a lot of fun. Now, real quick, let's go back to that sentence that I mentioned in the plot breakdown that we would come back to. This is the story of a good man, a simple blue-collar man who, with the help of an invention by an eccentric science man, will one day become a hero. Now, is that the Rocketeer or is that Captain America, the first Avenger?
Ooh, that's a question.
best movies in the MCUs for me.
They're
So,
both directed by Joe Johnston.
I know.
Yep.
Myself.
Yes, indeed. And you can see the parallel lines between the two so clearly. He really relishes in making classic feeling movies with classic styling. And this
he
movie
does.
not only looks like from the 19th, not only obviously has the aesthetic of the 1930s, this feels like a 30s style adventure where our villains are clearly drawn, our heroes are clearly drawn. It has a very, I don't want to say nostalgic, but it definitely has this sense of heroism and daring do that we feel like old men on this podcast. They don't make movies like this anymore that have simple battle lines drawn that allow us just go and root for a hero and the hero does well and gets the girl at the end. You don't get that anymore. And it's refreshing to watch The Rocketeer.
It is. It's a movie
It
that
was.
wears its heart on its sleeve.
Yep.
Like it's
I agree.
a good fun time movie. Cliff Secord isn't an anti-hero like Indiana Jones, although this movie feels like it could be an offshoot of Indiana Jones.
Sure. I can see that.
There's
really-
Nazis, there's daring do, there's all sorts of things.
I think all that helps it. Like for the fact like with the Nazi stuff isn't revealed till much later in the movie. You don't realize that that's what the villains are until near the end.
Right. Which is a really good choice because now you're fully invested in this. And when the Nazi stuff comes, it's not really off-putting. And then now you have clear now battle lines drawn, right? Which is nice. There's a innocence to this movie that is extremely refreshing that I really appreciate.
I will 100% agree with that.
Yeah. I think what's interesting about this movie is where Disney was at the time of this, though. Like Disney was kind of coming out of the 80s malaise. Like the 80s weren't extremely kind to Disney as a studio. I'm looking through this filmography. There's not much, if you like The Great Mouse Detective, that's fine. But
I
a
do.
movie
It's my favorite. Thank you.
is it really? I haven't
It's
seen
my
it
favorite Disney
in
movie.
25. I don't remember a thing about it actually, so I'll have to watch it. But
On the
but there
podcast.
wasn't a great decade for Disney. We had One Magic Christmas. Remember that movie? We did that on this podcast. That was the 80s.
Yes.
And this was released in what was it, 91, right? Yes, I was
91,
11. Yeah, I was 11. And they had their first big hit in like a decade with Honey, I Shrunk the Kids in 89.
Who
Little
directed
Mermaid, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
Yeah.
Who directed that? I don't know.
Joe
Let me
Johnston.
think. Yes, Joe Johnston. I was just leading.
Yes.
I was just stalling for
Sorry.
time. Yes, Joe Johnston directed Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Little Mermaid came out a couple of years before that. Movie I don't particularly like very much. Beauty and the Beast was going to come out, which is a movie I adore. Came out a little bit after The Rocketeer. So this is kind of like Disney coming out of their decade of kind of irrelevance to a certain extent, especially commercial irrelevance. And this one, did it do well? I didn't look at the box office stuff.
No, it didn't do great.
Okay. Yeah. So it's
Like-
okay. So it barely broke even.
It didn't
Well,
make.
it made, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which isn't fair.
No, it's not.
Like, it's straight up not fair.
Yeah,
I mean, this movie
it's
came
one
out
of
the
those
week after Robin Hood, and didn't that movie do really good? Thieves.
Prince of Thieves?
Robin Hood Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a
I
biggie.
feel like that did do really good.
I think so.
390 million on a 48 to 60 million budget. So yes,
Yeah, it did all right.
it's
Not
a
too shabby.
Bad time too.
Made a
So I think that played a part in that too.
That
made a
is
buck or
an
two.
interesting thing to bring up, though, because Robin Hood Prince of Thieves was dirty. Oh, it was a dirty movie. It was like grimy. It was like the edgelord retelling of Robin Hood, but with Kevin Costner, who cannot do a British accent to save his soul.
No.
But like, and that movie did so well. I don't know if the public was ready for a movie that was just this gee whiz, gosh darn happiness, saving the girl, defeating the Nazis type of movie.
I guess not. And it's one of those situations where I don't think, because nostalgia wasn't as big of a thing as it is now, right? Nostalgia, we do entire podcasts now and we do entire series based off of nostalgia. Back in the 90s, we were always, especially in the early 90s, we were kind of looking for the next thing. And a throwback movie like this probably wouldn't have hit as well, considering it came out, I guess that's June 21st. It came out in 1991, the same weekend Dying Young, which is directed by our good friend of the show, Joel Schumacher, and Where Angels Fear to Tread came out. And again, both of those, those are movies, but neither of which I've seen. But it came out in a weird time. And again, this is June. This is a summer movie. You would think it would do better than how it did. But the next weekend, Terminator 2 comes out. So that probably took a nice chunk out of its box office returns.
I'm sure that movie ate everything. So
yeah, I would say so. So
yeah, but even looking at the other movies that were out during that time, not just came out in June, but we already said Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, City Slickers, Backdraft.
Yep.
What about Bob? Soap Dish, Thelma and Louise.
Okay. See, there's some good ones. What about Bob is one of I adore that.
But like these are more
so much
adult movies.
Yeah. Yes.
And for June, this probably should have done well.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's kind of odd. Right. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of odd. It didn't do as well as we would think. I wonder if the marketing wasn't there, if Disney wasn't pushing it. I mean, clearly the video game didn't help. I don't know.
I feel like it just was in the wrong situation for them, maybe. Because it's I know one of the YouTube videos I was watching, kind of like they said that this movie was, kind of like for those teenager crowd, but felt too young for them, and then, too young for some of the older crowd. So I feel like that was kind of a fair way for them to put it. I don't know. I mean, this movie was, as a guy who loves Indiana Jones, this movie felt a lot like it. I mean, it does take place in the 30s, so that helps. And you're fighting Nazis, that helps. But this is a fun film. I can't believe I've never seen it before. All these years, never seen it.
Yeah. So Joe Johnston directing. This is a Joe Johnston joint, obviously, and it feels like it in every sense of the word. What was everyone's favorite aspect of this movie? Again, there's a lot going on. I shouldn't say there's a lot going on. It's a very simplistic plot. I love the way this movie looks.
It's a decent plot.
The plot's fine. It's straightforward. It's adequate. I think this movie looks great. I think everything,
it does.
The 1930s styled, the rocket, the jetpack looks so freaking cool. What an awesome jetpack that is. I know as a young lad, I probably pretended to zoom around even though I was a very young 11, 12-year-old. So I was probably zooming around the house pretending I was a Rocketeer. I'm not going to lie. I'm sure I was. I'll own that. Wasn't doing that. Promise I wasn't doing that 4 hours ago when I was watching this. No, I promise.
Hey, nothing wrong with being a kid at heart. Always.
Listen, nothing wrong with that. Everything looks really cool. I think the helmet looks awesome. Even the diner. I love that diner. That's the dog. The dog facade on the front of the diner. Just looks great. Everything looks really good in this.
It does have a really style to it. And that style is everywhere in this movie. Like you mentioned, the diner. Later on, you have the club. It just, that Art Deco style they go for is really well done in this movie, and it really stands out for this film, I felt, too.
It really does. Like there's so much about this, and like I've never read the original comics, which is kind of a bummer. I'd love to. There weren't a lot of them. Dave Stevens unfortunately did pass way too early. And did not really finish a lot of Rocketeer comics. Apparently he had a thing where he researched a lot, and that kept his stuff from coming out at a regular pace. But like you have things like Lothar, the villainous sidekick murderer pretzel maker, who looks exactly like Universal monster actor Rondo Hatton. The reason he looked like Rondo Hatton in this movie is because he looked like Rondo Hatton in The Rocketeer.
Yes.
So like you got Jennifer Connelly looking beautiful. Jenny Blake was not Cliff Secord's girlfriend in The Rocketeer. Betty
You mean
Page
in the
in the comic, yeah.
In the comic, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Betty Page was his girlfriend.
Yeah, it's somebody else.
Betty
Like the
Page.
pinup.
Oh wow.
Pinup
Okay.
Betty Page. And she didn't want her name on this movie. But she was actually friends with Dave Stevens.
Huh.
So like it's really fascinating, like the work that went into this comic and how much the comic just affected people, even though it didn't have much. And then it went on to a movie, and then the movie just kind of went.
Yeah, I know. Poor movie.
And it's a damn shame. Like this is another one
I
that's
feel like
waiting.
about this movie.
They can all eat shit. This movie's awesome.
Who says bad things about the Rocketeer? That's like
Okay, maybe people didn't say bad things, but I've never heard anyone really talk about it. I think
love
that's
this
more
movie.
the accurate one.
This is such a good movie.
It is. Like I was really surprised that I had never seen this movie until yesterday on a plane. I got to watch half this movie on a plane. I felt like Ken. It was
Take
great.
the old Sanity immersive approach.
Yes.
It was nice. I was a little sad because my flight was really short. Like I started this movie as soon as I got in the plane. You know, we buckle up. I start the movie, and then by the time that we landed and we're getting off the plane, it was only an hour into the movie. I wasn't flying far, but I was like, oh, I kind of wanted to watch my movie, but that's fine. I don't know why I was complaining, but I was. It was kind of cool watching this in the air, though. It definitely was a cool experience. I think that I always had a bad taste in my mouth of what this movie might have been because of the game. Because that was my experience for so long.
I mean, that's fair, but you can't just blame games for things like...
No, I don't know why I never watched this.
I still love the Addams Family, even though I played Fester's Quest.
I played that.
Fester's Quest is not great. I owned it.
Not terrible.
I owned it. Did I do an episode of that one? Did I do a
feel
Tales
like
from
you
the
did.
Bargain Bin? I must have. I had to have, because I think I did it with my brother, actually. That was one of the ones I did with my brother. Yeah, Fester's Quest is not great. It's one of the ones my aunt got us. My very well-meaning aunt who was like, oh, Billy likes video games. Wait, they're $60? Well, why would I buy a $60 one when I can buy this $15 one? I'm sure it's just as fine. And that's how I got those beautiful oddities in my collection, like Journey to Silius, which is a great game. And, well, not great, but it's a good game. And Fester's Quest, which is a terrible game.
Yes, it is. But it's
everything
fun.
in between.
Oh, it is. No, I don't know why. Like, I mean, about killing Nazis and beating the shit out of Nazis. And this movie is right up my alley. Hell, this movie is kind of like an Iron Man movie before Iron Man. Like, I don't understand why I've never seen it.
Sure. This has a lot of yeah. You know what? You can make a lot of parallels to Iron Man. You know, especially just in the suit and this zooming around in the sky and the thrill it must be to like just go zooming through the sky. Yeah, I can totally see that.
I mean, you can trace a lot of comic book movies in general to this movie. I mean, in 1991, this is probably one of, it was a couple years after Batman, but it was a polar opposite. It was bright. It was charming. It had historical people in it.
Yes.
Shout out to Terry O'Quinn for playing the best version of Howard Hughes. Leo DiCaprio can eat shit.
Hey,
yes,
John
he
Locke.
can.
Yeah, John Locke, my boy from the best TV show of all time, Lost.
Sorry if no one backed you up on that one. I don't know. Were you honest? Is that a favorite of yours? Lost? I never watched it as that.
I am 100% honest. Lost is my very favorite television show of all time.
Wow. All right, fair enough. My sarcasm meter is a little on the blink right now. I apologize in advance. Okay, that's cool. I never watched it when it was big.
It's fine. Not a lot of people expect people to say The Lost is their favorite show.
That's all right.
It's a good show.
Right.
I watched all of it.
Ooh.
I don't regret it.
And who did your lost person play? Did he play W.C. Fields?
No, it was Howard Hughes.
Oh, okay. You're right. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't put the connection together. Okay, I've never seen Lost. I like how W.C. Fields shows up. My chickadee. So good. What a charm, my dear. Doubly charmed. And one of those jokes I'm sure I didn't get as an 11-year-old. The other joke I know I didn't get was when Neville Sinclair goes, he's like, "Are you sure you don't want something? It's cold out." And she's like, "I'm fine. I'll be cold or whatever." And he's like, "Fine. I prefer you that way." I did not get that joke until last night when I watched it. I was like, "Oh, well, I know what you mean, sir." She goes, "Fine. I'll put the jacket on." Creep.
That was good. Yeah,
it's a good joke.
One good thing about putting off this movie for all these years is earlier this year I finally watched the 2 Timothy Dalton Bond films. So really appreciated his performance in this so much more.
He's great. I think he's really good in this.
Oh, he's so much fun.
Yes.
Yep.
I don't think he gets this fun until Simon Skinner in Hot Fuzz.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he was in that. I didn't appreciate him in that because I hadn't seen the Bond movies yet.
Interesting.
Didn't appreciate that movie at all.
Bond movies are weird for me. They all meld together. I've seen most of them, and I could not tell you what the plot of one is versus the other. They're all just a Bond movie. They just meld in my head. I know that's blasphemy for a lot of people, but I just don't. I have Bond blindness.
I've seen the entire series now, all in 1 year, and all in a couple months. It was great. I don't plan to do it again anytime soon, but.
They're fun.
Yeah, and I never saw the Timothy Dalton movies again. So seeing them and then seeing him play a villain in this was just so cool. It was so well done.
The effects in this movie, I think,
play a villain.
Oh, he does. Sorry.
Oh yeah, he's so
totally. Fun. He's a lot of fun.
You're right.
If we're talking about the. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, I think there's a delay. So yeah, the effects of this movie are quite good. I think they still hold up really well. Nothing really stands out as bad. So it's kudos to the effects designers. Was this an ILM joint? I don't even know.
It was an ILM joint.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so the effects were awesome. They're great. They work really well. Yeah, nothing to complain about on that front. Nothing but nice to see a movie hold up, 30 years later.
I mean, like some of the blue screen stuff, it shows its age.
Yeah, but I didn't notice it really. I really didn't notice on a lot of the blue screen stuff. I was pretty immersed.
Like it's plenty charming. Like it's a charming, like they did the best they could, rather than that looks terrible.
Yeah.
Like there's something endearing, at least to me, about like these earlier digital effects.
I had no issue with them. They were all fine. I mean, it's 91. I don't expect a whole lot. There's no Blade 2, that's for sure. So hey.
But what is, Mike? Come on now. What is?
And yet 2 years from now,
Blade 2. It's like, why? We didn't need to do that.
So bad. Yeah, it's rough.
2 years after this movie, Jurassic Park would release.
Ooh, boy, oh boy.
And change the way CG was done. So it's fun to watch before and after Jurassic Park and see what happens.
Yep, I agree with that. That's super fair. There's a lot of endearing scenes in this too. His first flight in the yellow plane when he gets shot up, and the one thing that still terrifies me, the idea of flying. I like flying. I've been in a small plane before, and it was so fun, and I would do it again tomorrow. I have no problem with heights. That's fine. I got no issue with that. But the idea of being in this metal bucket, essentially, like this literally thing that's like shaped like a metal coffin with wings, and in this enclosed glass thing that you can't get out of, the image of the oil coming out of the plane like it's bleeding is so scary and so terrifying, and he has to like punch his way out of the cockpits to just the sea is so scary. Like there's some indelibly scary moments in this movie. Yeah,
I know. I speak for me and Ken. Both of us are not getting into a small plane.
I'm not a plane fan.
No. See, I'm
I'm especially not going to get into a sky kayak, which is what that plane was.
It's a sky kayak. If there was a 2-seater sky kayak with an experienced pilot, I would absolutely get into the sky kayak and take a spin. I've been in my cousin is a professional airline pilot. He now flies for United, I think. He flies the big boy planes, the 767s and the 777s, and like he's been flying since he was, as long as I've known him, he wanted to be a pilot. Like I was like his dream. He's doing Microsoft Flight Simulator when he was like 10. Like he always wanted to be a pilot. And for my 21st birthday, he took me up in a little 2-seater plane with the propeller and all of that. And it was so fun. It was awesome. And I would do it again tomorrow. But yeah, I would go in sky kayak with an experienced pilot. Don't ask me to fly the damn thing. I'm not doing it, but I'll totally do it.
No, thank you.
Love it.
Small planes, like I have no problem with big jets. I ain't going near a small plane. Nope.
Oh,
that crash though was harrowing.
Oh, that was so rough. That's a brutal crash, especially when one of the landing gear gets shorn off. So you know it's going to land just horribly. And that thing going down is harrowing. That's a great way of describing it. Terrifying.
Oh, man.
Doesn't bother me that I'll still get up in a sky kayak. I have no problem with that. And no problem at all.
No gracias.
Me and Ken both hate heights, so we ain't doing shit like that.
Not for nothing too. It was also piloted by my cousin who still probably had like who growing up had the old Metallica, if it's too loud, you're too old stickers all over his door. Like this maniac was the one piloting it. But I was like, sure, Kev, let's go. Let's do this. Let's get up there.
Oh,
it was good times. Yeah. I love it. I've never jumped out of a plane. I would.
Thank you.
I would totally
plane have to be on fire.
That I would do.
I mean, again, not on my own. Attach me to somebody who has an equal stake in the operation, and I'm good.
Yeah. The only way I'm jumping out of a plane is if the plane's on fire. It's either burn to death or jump out with a parachute. Then I'm jumping out. Otherwise, we ain't jumping out of no plane.
That's funny.
And that's just too much for me. I really hate heights. So.
Another big acting shout out to Paul Sorvino as the head gangster.
Yeah.
Boy, is he good. I was happy to see him in a nice meaty role. A lot to do.
I love Paul Sorvino in this. Eddie Valentine. What a great gangster name.
Yes. Yes. What other job could he do? He couldn't be like an accountant. Like he has to be a gangster. Like there's no other option for him with a name like Eddie Valentine. That's it. That's the only option he got.
There's so many good names in here though.
Got good old John Polito as Mr. Bigelow.
Yeah, and that's the name that you're just like, ugh. That guy.
Yeah, I know.
Character perfectly.
He fits. He plays. I don't know if he plays anything but one type, but he is good at that type.
Okay, such a sleazeball though.
He's not as sleazy as he is in other things, though.
No.
Okay.
He's most famously known in The Big Lebowski. I don't know how you guys feel about The Big Lebowski. I like The Big Lebowski. Yeah, I can't call myself a fan because I'm sorry, that fandom's a little odd. No offense.
A little toxic.
It's a little much. It's a little much.
See, John Polito for me is always going to be the pawn guy from The Crow.
Oh, right. Yes. He's done a lot of work. Boy, oh boy.
Yeah, he really has.
Good for him.
But having a British movie star like Errol Flynn, what are you going to name him? Neville Sinclair.
Oh.
God, what a Hollywood name. Beautiful
name. What a great name. Oh, so good.
So many good names. Like Cliff Secord. That's good. Yeah. That's just like a name. That's a good name. That's a guy with like a stiff jaw.
Yes.
And like you kind of want him to be the good guy. He might not be, but in this case he is.
He is.
He's very great fun. He's fun.
A lot of good actors in this movie. You did mention in our group chat, Ken, that you were going to talk about the actor who Lothar was.
Yep. Rondo Hatton.
Yeah. Rondo Hatton. Yeah. Drop us some knowledge about good old Rondo Hatton. I went into a little bit of a dive when she mentioned it because I was not familiar with him.
Yeah. Rondo Hatton's basically like, he was a film heavy. Like he was the bad guy in pretty much everything because of the way he looked.
Yep.
And, it's unfortunate, but, he had a very intense look. And because of that intense look, Dave Stevens was like, yeah, he looks like a bad guy. He's played bad guys and everything. So, okay. So we made him Lothar in the comic book. And they couldn't get Rondo Hatton to play Lothar because Rondo Hatton died in 1946. But the fact that instead of AI slop, they used prosthetics to pretty realistically make a Rondo Hatton look-alike.
So good.
Like that's pretty awesome.
What an attention to detail. What great attention to just, and also honoring, the era and
Very
really
much the era.
very nice. It's a really nice touch. I'm glad you brought that up because that's a really cool thing grace note that you just would miss.
And, they still honor Rondo Hatton's legacy to this day. He's actually a horror award. The Rondos are awarded every year to distinguished contributors to the horror genre.
Oh, interesting.
So, he's still getting around.
I could not believe when you posted a picture of that guy, it was a real person. I was like, what?
Right?
Yeah. Striking.
Very distinctive.
And imagine seeing somebody that on screen in, the 30s and the 40s. You just don't see. And again, this is not a knock, obviously, on him as a person or anything else, but just a visual look that must have been absolutely terrifying of the era. Just thinking about, again, people of that era seeing someone like that. It's striking.
He had a look, though, and that was cool to see. And that's like to realize that it was based off a real guy. And you're right. It would have been some kind of slop in today's world, but they did a great job with the prosthetics.
Oh, they really did.
I was a bit impressed when I figured it out. Thanks to you.
The actor that played him, this gentleman goes by the name of Tiny Ron. That's his name. But
he was not tiny.
No, he was a large. He was a large. But he was in Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. He's in Roadhouse. He did a lot of stuff too.
He was in Ace Ventura?
Yeah.
Let me see. Hang on a second. Let me see this guy. That's a movie I watched way too much of as a young lad. Way too much of. Who was he in Ace Ventura?
His character's name was Rock. Yeah.
I have no memory of that movie.
That's fine.
He was mounted from Roadhouse. He basically made a career playing out of tall people.
Oh, he had the fit for it.
Yeah. But there's a lot of really interesting people in this movie, like younger versions of them. We talked about Jennifer Connelly, and Jennifer Connelly was, a few years out from Labyrinth by this point.
Yes. That was my wife's first thing. It was like, oh, that's the actress from Labyrinth. Yep.
My wife too.
First thing she said, she's like, oh, that's the person from Labyrinth. A movie I have to admit I've not seen all of. I've seen some of them. I've seen some of it.
I have seen Labyrinth in multiple ways. I've seen a live action play that was a shadow cast. I've seen it in theaters more than once. I've seen it on DVD. I've seen that movie at school when I was a kid on a big giant projector. Weird history.
Interesting. I've not seen it in its entirety. Not seen it in its entirety.
You should.
At some point.
Good movie. Hey, and she was, last time we saw, he was in that. Bring that back.
Good old Dark City.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
And that was like 7 years after this movie. That Dark City was 98.
And then just a couple years later, she'd be in Requiem for a Dream, which is a movie.
It's a movie.
Whew. That happened. It happens. It's a movie I liked a lot when I was a young lad. I haven't watched it in 15 years. I'm curious how I feel about it now. But
curious.
What's that?
To see it for the show. I want to see Requiem the Dream one day for the show.
It's still hard to watch.
It's tough. It's a toughie.
That's what I've heard.
It's a toughie. Dan, then 1 year later, she was in A Beautiful Mind. That was like her big breakout, I think that was like her big breakout was A Beautiful Mind, which is a movie I like quite a bit. I don't know if it holds up, but I remember liking it a lot when it came out.
And she won an Academy Award for it, too.
Sure did.
Bravo.
She's very good in it.
Because Tiff likes her so much, I'm trying to watch more of her movies. And this had been on my list partly because she was in it. So not realized, same director until right before this episode, that Captain America, First Avenger. I was like, need to watch more of it. And I looked up his movies. I know we talked about him earlier, but I was like, I've seen a good chunk of his movies.
He's made some classics, like stone cold classics.
He did a lot, you guys.
Yeah, Joe Johnston. Yes, he did a lot of stuff.
Like not just the movies, but like he's done a lot.
Yeah,
like designed Yoda and Boba Fett a lot.
Oh yeah, dang! I didn't know about that. That's cool.
Like Joe Johnston's kind of awesome.
Good for him. He's still doing stuff. It's pretty awesome.
If he ever comes to a convention, he can sign one of my Boba Fett's.
I also directed a little movie called Jumanji.
Still a great movie. I love Jumanji. And you know what? I'll go to bat for the newer ones, not the second new one, but the first new one
was good.
It's good. It's a damn good movie. The new Jumanji. The second one, it's lost a little bit of its steam, but the first of the new ones is damn fun. I support that movie. wholeheartedly.
I really liked it. I remember that.
And I kind of stand behind Jurassic Park 3 a little bit. I know it's not not Jurassic Park 1 or 2, but I stand behind it.
Absolutely stand behind Jurassic Park 3.
Yeah, I have no issue.
Liking that movie too.
Again, it's no one. Yeah, what is?
Nothing's gonna be.
No, exactly. But as a fun, I think it's entertaining enough.
So the interesting thing about Joe Johnston was before he was a movie director, he was an art director on things like Star Wars, Raiders of the Lost Ark. I did work on the old school Battlestar Galactica.
Cool, okay.
Like he did a lot of interesting things. He was an associate producer on Willow.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Like
Willow.
Joe Johnston deserves respect. And, you know, everybody needs to start putting respect on his name because this man is good at what he does.
Do people not put respect on Joe Johnston's name? I mean,
like they don't.
Really? He's done some classic, like again, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and Jumanji and Captain America. He's done some good stuff. I'm okay.
Yeah, but his name's not up there where it should be, at least in my.
That's fair. That's fair. I wouldn't think of him as one of the greats, you know, but that's interesting. He's done more stuff though. I was not aware that he had such a varied career.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say he's one of the greats, but he's definitely one of the very goods.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool. I'll take it. That'll work.
The main actor in this movie, I don't think I've ever seen any of his work, Billy Campbell, before.
Oh, Billy
He wasn't someone I recogned.
Same. I've not really seen anything else he's done.
Right, so in my personal opinion,
I've never seen anything.
In my opinion, it is an absolute crime that Billy Campbell was not a marquee name.
Kind of surprising because this was his first major role. I mean, and you would think it'd be a launching pad, but really wasn't.
Yeah.
I lied. I've seen one of his movies. I saw enough in theaters.
Really?
Wow. Boy, oh boy.
Because my face came out in 2002, so we were teenagers. Yeah, that's all I've ever seen.
That works. Yeah, he's not done a ton. I mean, nothing else that I've seen or what I consider a marquee role. I wonder what happened. There's got to be a story there.
There may be. No. Like, I can't blame that all on him. Like, he was also in the following year, he was in a little movie called Dracula, as directed by Francis Ford Coppola.
Yeah, which I've never seen, and I don't know if I need to.
Me either, but I want to. I feel like I should. Like, I should watch it and cover it once because Gary Oldman is in it for one thing. But yeah, I've never seen it.
If a certain person
say you should give it a shot.
Yeah, if a certain podcaster says, "Hey, who wants to be on an episode to do Bram Stoker's Dracula?" I'll probably put my hand up and be like, "Sure, that's an excuse." But other than that, has it? Oh yeah, I guess I had to. Yeah,
but it hasn't. I give people the chance.
Who knows? Maybe one day.
Be like, "Hey, do you want me to do it?" And they say no, so I'm like, "Okay, works for me too." But it's one I think about every so often. I know we haven't talked about it yet, but the poster for this movie probably didn't help it, but looking at this poster, I fucking love this poster.
Okay.
The Echo look, so good.
So this poster is an amazing poster.
It's incredible.
And I think it's a damn shame. Like, it's such a good poster.
That's a poster I'd like to own. I would like to own that one.
I would own that.
Yeah, totally.
I do think it's funny that the last action piece of this movie is aboard a Nazi Zeppelin. And years later, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade would do a Nazi Zeppelin.
A good old nothing says Nazi fear like a Zeppelin, like that loom. I think there was a period of time, right, where air travel was going to be by giant balloons. That was what air travel was going to be. No, that's what we thought air travel was going to be.
89.
No.
Yeah.
Get out of here, really?
Yeah, I just looked it up. It was 89.
Oh, well, then I guess this took the idea from Last Crusade then.
Yeah, 81, 84, 89 for the 3 Indiana Jones movies.
Actually, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if the comic had the Zeppelin.
I was going to say, I bet you the comic has.
Probably did.
Yeah, that's probably my guess. One of my favorite little.
I like the Zeppelin in this.
Oh, it's great. No, I'm sorry. There's the delay we have going on here. So apologies to the listener. There is a delay that we're probably talking over each other on this edit. The Nazi Zeppelin is a great final place. It's got the looming threat of being full of flammable gas. You have they have the bit where when he lands on it, he rips it so it no longer is. It slowly degrades, as they fight on top of it. It's an excellent set piece for a final confrontation. And our boy, our guy, our villain Lothar meets an explosive end. And boy, let's be honest, if we're gonna go out, let's go out the way Lothar went out, on top of a burning, exploding dirigible as it explodes into flames. Great. It's fantastic.
I laughed my ass off at that because he has that belt on so he can fight on top of the airship.
Yep.
And then when the fire's happening, he starts running, and then he's real looking hilarious.
Great.
I loved it.
It is so good.
You know who we haven't talked about?
Who's that?
We haven't talked about Millie, the owner of the Bulldog Cafe.
Yes. Good old Millie.
Good old Millie. Television movie stalwart Margot Martindale playing Millie.
Yep.
Look, she doesn't get much to do, but Margot Martindale's just great in everything. I love her.
Yeah, she's great. And she's really good in this too. A really, really good supporting cast. And in a movie like this, the supporting cast is really important in selling time and place and where you are in history. So supporting cast in this has to carry a lot of weight, and she does a really good job.
I liked her in it too. I didn't recognize her, but I enjoyed her in the movie. One of the actors I recognized, I don't remember his name. He was one of the guys in the tavern or like little diner that I've seen in so many other movies as a character actor, but I can't remember who it was. Just one of the guys. I don't remember his name or anything. I don't have the movie playing in the background because the internet is awful here. But I was like, I know that guy. I'm trying to find his name.
I don't know.
I can't remember. I'm shifting. I know those guys that was there. And it was just like, he's just a character actor. I'll figure it out a little bit.
They're fine. They're fine.
Oh, do you want to say that Sinclair is kind of based on a real actor they thought was a Nazi spy that turned out not to be a Nazi spy, I guess? There was that in this too. I forget who he's based off, but I'm going to figure it out.
Because, like, I was getting classic Errol Flynn vibes.
That might be who it is.
Did they think Errol... Yeah, did they think he was a Nazi?
Errol Flynn, yeah. They people thought he was a Nazi at one time, but I guess it turned out that he wasn't.
Wow. I did not know that Errol Flynn might have possibly been a Nazi.
Interesting. I did not know that either.
Fascinating. Look at the things you learn.
Yeah, one of the things you learn on games my mom found about the nature of people and things. One of my favorite scenes in the movie is when he shows up to the set and they're filming the Errol Flynn style swashbuckling movie. What do you call him? The Masked Bandit. It's so good.
Oh my God, it's such a bad.
Oh, just bad cheesy stab through the armpit, and
it worked though back then.
It was great. Oh, what a classic! What a good little bit of Hollywood loving itself some Hollywood.
What a fun.
I do want to mention the part with when we were talking about earlier the gangster guy. There's one part where he says, "I might be a crook, but I'm American. I ain't working with no Nazi." I was like,
great.
Man, that line aged a little bit in 2026.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, organized crime really was working with the FBI to expose Nazi sympathizers in the U.S. during that time.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that it really do be like that. Yeah,
and they were Americans first. I love the little moment when they're gunning down the Germans and the gangster and the FBI guy look at each other. They kind of smile and go back to their Tommy guns. That's such a good little beat. Like, isn't this fun? Taking out the Nazis. Oh, it's great.
And see, that's what you get with a movie like this. You get those little fun beats. Like, this movie isn't going to change the world. It's not meant to. It's not going to win Oscars, but you're going to have fun when you watch it. And there's not enough movies like that anymore.
No. I feel like we keep having that conversation more and more on this podcast now.
Games my old man shook his fist at.
That's right. And yelled at clouds. We really are. God, we're just getting more and more cranky.
We haven't even talked about Alan Arkin in this.
I know, which is a sin because he is phenomenal in this. He's so good.
So fun.
Great. Poor guy can't get through a scene without getting blasted back by the sheer power of the jetpack. It's such a good bit. Anytime he takes off, someone's going, "What?" It's fantastic.
It's so much fun.
Yes.
And like, I don't even know. I think this might have been the first movie I saw him in.
Oh no.
No. I think I saw Edward Scissorhands before I saw this one.
No, I'm sure I saw this before Edward Scissorhands. So this might be my first Alan Arkin experience.
Yeah, but I heard him before this. He played the voice of Schmendrick in The Last Unicorn.
That's a pull.
Yeah, that is a pull. That is a movie I watched a lot. And
The Last Unicorn?
Yeah.
Oh, Oh, I did not know that. Okay.
Yeah, it was the voice of the wizard,
Oh.
Schmendrick.
That is a character name if I ever heard one. I've never seen the Lost Unicorn.
On the podcast too.
It's a good one, but he's fun in this one. Everybody needs a curmudgeon old friend to like fix anything you have.
Yes, including top secret government technology that's probably 15 years ahead of its time. He can fix it with a stick of chewing gum. That's not wrong. That just plug up that hole. We're good.
And it worked.
So good because it pays off into the end of this movie. I was like, really like that.
See, look at you, Mike, getting into when the payoff happens. Now you can see, like, I can see when the payoff, and you're like, you appreciate it now.
They do it 3 times. In the beginning, he's chewing on the gum, sticks it on the back of the plane, and then later on, when the chewing the gum, and the guy shoves his hand in his mouth and puts the gun in the jetpack in the hole, and then at the very end of the movie, he moves it so that way it will blow up.
And they're constantly sneakily reminding you of the gum too. Like when they turn out his pockets, this is all the kid had on him, and he's got the stick of chewing gum. There's a number of times where chewing gum is displayed, where the movie is subtly reminding you that the gum is still a thing, which makes every flight an adventure and adds a little bit of stakes that you just kind of keep in the back of your mind. Really good writing, really good filmmaking.
For sure.
Michael Eisner almost ruined this movie because he wanted the helmet to be like a NASA style astronaut helmet. And Joe Johnston threatened to quit the production. He was like, no, I'll quit before that happens. So they gave him like a week to figure it out. And he came up with Joe Johnston using, I guess, his experience in this sort of thing with somebody else designed the helmet, and it is classic and amazing and incredible.
It really is perfect, and it looks like the comic book one. So, like, I don't know why they wouldn't.
Yeah, and that's the big thing too, is it was accurate to the comic as well. So it kind of ticked all the boxes. But evidently, Michael Eisner wanted him to have a straight up. I think he probably wanted to see the actor's face the whole time. Maybe I don't know why you would do such a silly thing, but I don't know. It's one of my favorite Rocketeer moments is when he crashes through the ceiling of the fancy restaurant. When he crashes, that is such a glorious scene where the glass is sprinkling down and they're firing their Tommy guns into the air. Like, man, is that good? It just feels good.
It really does. And like I said not too long ago, it's a movie that you have fun with.
Yep, 100%. Because I did have a lot of fun with this film, a lot more than I expected.
Glad we were able to finally watch this one. This is kind of one I've been waiting for.
Same. This was on a poll. It's been on a couple polls. It never won. And then last time I just said, fuck it. I'm just going to do it once we have time. And just kind of lined up that I was going to be on a plane. So I'm like, well, what better time to watch a movie about flying? So that's how this happened. Irony.
Yeah. And one quick note too about, we were talking about why this movie didn't do well. Disney spent a pretty penny on advertising for this movie and on toys and posters and obviously the video games, which are terrible. But there was a lot of marketing push for this. Like we were trying to figure out like why didn't this do well? It was not for lack of trying from Disney's perspective. They put on the full court press, and I mean, looking at the wiki right now, and it says they spent $19 million on just television advertising. That's in 1990. Yeah, I mean, $1991. It's not peanuts. So very interesting why this didn't do as well. But I think you're right. I think it was just one of those, it's opening weekend. Sure, maybe people saw it, but then T2 came out, and
that was it.
Yeah, that was it. Good night, nurse, because that took over everything.
In a perfect world, I really would have loved to see this movie get a sequel.
I don't know. I don't know what the sequel would have been. We can play that game if you want a little bit. Like, what would a sequel for this look like?
Well, a sequel for this would be Rocketeer going to war, right? Like like 1938.
Yeah, but people, the Howard Hughes has already said he's not going to sell it. He burns the plans for it.
Yeah, but Peavy has his plans. Jenny gave him the plans back that he drew up.
Yes, and he's already scheming like, well, if we increase the air to manifold pressure, or aeronautical terms, we could probably get more thrust. I guess, but would it have the charm though? Because the beauty of this is that it's small stakes people who get wrapped up in big stakes adventures. And I think putting Cliff Secord, because Cliff Secord has to be the Rocketeer. Like he has to be the guy. So I don't know. I mean, I just don't know what a sequel would look like. Maybe he does go off to war, but then you have this whole, wartime thing going on, and Cliff Secord fights the Nazis single-handedly. I mean, maybe I wouldn't be opposed to that. But
more improbable people have fought the Nazis single-handedly.
This is true. This is very true.
Like, at least the Rocketeer can fly. Indiana Jones has a...
Very good point. A whip and an unbreakable body, no matter how much that poor man gets pummeled.
So, like, I don't know, maybe the wartime Rocketeer movie could have been The Empire Strikes Back, the downer movie. And then we could have had the up again with the third movie. Like, I don't know, in a perfect world, I think that this movie could have sustained at least a sequel.
Sure. So wiser people than us perhaps could have done it. In a true fair world, but not making the money it made, that's probably what sunk it. There was probably no chance at a sequel. Yeah, I could see it.
For sure.
I could totally see it.
And, Billy Campbell should be a bigger star than he is.
Yeah, I don't get it. Is he too wholesome? Was he too wholesome for TV, for movies at that time? I don't know.
The most recent thing that I know he's been in, and I haven't watched it yet, is the newest I Know What You Did Last Summer movie.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yep. I did not see that, but yes, I did.
Oh, I'm going to. I'm a fan of that franchise.
Oh,
even
that has not actually come up
one
in our conversations ever. Actually, I'm surprised.
Nope. No, because a lot of people think of him as Scream Light, and they're better than Scream, I think.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen any of them actually.
I've seen parts of one.
You should at least give the first one a shot if you're going to give any of them a shot. Don't watch the third one.
Going back to the Rocketeer real quick. Oh, sorry. Going back to the Rocketeer real quick. There was a TV series on Disney Junior in 2019, and my son watched that. I am very certain my son has watched the Disney Junior when he was a little or younger lad, watching the Rocketeer TV series on Disney Junior.
Well, and Billy Campbell was in that.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he voices Kit's father. Okay. All right, there we go.
So, I guess it's probably the closest we're going to get to, a quote-unquote sequel to The Rocketeer, which is a damn shame. Could you imagine what this movie looks like today, though? Oh, buddy.
Oh, no. It'd be half written by robots, and I really do feel like I'm just getting old and cantankerous. I actually went to see, I had a free movie pass a couple days ago, so I went to see Supergirl in IMAX because I figured it'd be nice and loud. And I'm like, I don't want to spend full price on this. So I had a free movie pass. So I went to see Supergirl, and it was remarkably average. And I walked out of there, and the next day I'm watching The Rocketeer, and I'm like, damn it, they don't make movies like this anymore. Case in point, Supergirl, which is about as average a movie as you could make. If you said to Claude or ChatGPT, hey, make an average Supergirl movie, that's what it would churn out. It would make that movie. It was fine. Things exploded. Things went kaboom. Supergirl flew around and did her stuff. It was fine, but it lacked something. It lacked a certain Rocketeerness. it lacked a certain warmth, a certain charm, a certain just sense of adventure that I was like, damn it. Then I watched The Rocketeer the next day, and I'm like, this is what old man Bill wants. Charming Rocketeer movie. I don't want ChatGPT's Supergirl. I want charming Rocketeer movie.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, we are in a capitalist hellscape right now. And sometimes it's nice to see a movie where the good guys win.
Yes.
With no reservations. They just win. Evil is beaten. That's it.
Yes.
Nobody got away. Everybody paid.
Everybody paid. All the loose ends are tied up, and everything is hunky dory in the kind 1938's America. It's weird. It was a weird dichotomy going from Supergirl, which is just explosions and grime and basically kind of sort of Mad Max, but if ChatGPT wrote it, and now we got, it's and then The Rocketeer, which is full of charm and full of heart and full of warmth. That's I think the biggest thing. This is a warm feeling movie.
Yes.
I think that's kind of where I land. It's warm. And in the cold hellscape that is our current environment, a little warmth goes a long way.
Yeah, I needed this feel-good movie this
Yeah.
weekend. So.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I'm glad. Yeah, man.
I feel like we've probably covered most of the Rocketeer. There isn't much to it.
No, not really. Not a bad thing.
No,
I wasn't bored watching this movie.
It's an aim small, miss small movie, and I appreciate it for it.
And for an hour, I had to watch this without doing anything else, and I wasn't bored. So hey,
there you go.
That's not me.
Fantastic.
You say fantastic, I just hear fantastic in my head every time. Fucking Dead Rising.
Oh, I guess one very quick final thing. We were talking about Billy Campbell. Evidently, he was the first choice of producers to play William Riker on Next Gen.
Oh.
He was the producer's first choice to play Riker, but he lost the role to Jonathan Frakes because Paramount head John Pike intervened.
Wow.
So, yep, the Paramount head intervened and said, "No, I want Jonathan Frakes." Imagine what Next Gen would be like if the Rocketeer was playing William Riker.
I'll tell you right now, I don't know. I don't think it would have been the same.
Probably. Although Billy Campbell was on the second season of Next Gen.
Oh,
good.
He was in the outrageous Okona episode. I don't remember what that is off the top of my head.
Either.
My wife and I just did a rewatch of Next Gen last year. I don't remember that, but he was on Next Gen that slightly troubled second season. Second season's okay.
Oh man, I don't want him associated with bad things. Somebody could just do something good. He deserves it.
Yeah. I agree.
Come on.
All right. And before we go to Shelf Stacker Box, I just want to do a small tribute thing. This episode, for those that don't, if you're not in the Discord, and the day we're recording this is 6/28, my father had just passed away. And this movie was something that me and him had played the game together. And that's partly why I picked this for this weekend too, even though I didn't know what was going to happen. And for some reason, he liked that stupid game, even though we used to talk so much shit about it because the first couple levels were awful. And it took us until we got Game Genie Code game, and I've always been like, one day I should watch this movie. And after watching this movie, I just wanted to tell him about, which I wasn't able to. But I was thinking, I really wanted to message him. So this was fitting to do this. Just kind of how things happen.
Yeah, man, we're with you, buddy.
But I wanted to put that in here, so that will forever be on the radio.
Hell yeah,
there it is.
No, because as Kenneth said before, this show, of my life and put it out there, and that's kind of case in point. So, there's so many times where I'm like, I wish I could just download what I just saw so many times. I know they have glasses that can do that now, that record what you see.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, man.
We get eye implants. If we got to a point where it was safe and they would do okay, give me a cybernetic eye. No question.
Man, I got to side with Lost Highway on this one. Sometimes I just like things to be the way I remember them.
Same. I don't need a constant recording of me looking at Slack all day. That doesn't. There's the majority of my existence is bare routine. I don't need a constant recollection. I am good.
I wouldn't mind.
I feel you, man. I feel you.
In here though, and so then I want to go to Shelf Stacker Box. And Ken, why don't lead us in?
I am having trouble with this one.
Really?
Yeah. My heart wants this on the shelf, but my gut is like, really? You're going to put that on the shelf with all these other movies that mean so much more to you? So, I think I'm going to have to put it on the stack.
Wow.
I really like this movie. I do, but this is the first time I've watched this movie in 7 years. So, it's not something I'm going to keep coming back to all the time. But I want to keep it handy for the times that I will come back to it. So, stack for me.
All right. I'm going to go next. I'm putting this on the shelf. I really enjoyed this film. This was really fun for me. Came into it with low expectations, and I left surprised and happy. So, definitely a shelf. Ken, maybe we just need to get you on some more bad movies that you don't like. I can do that. I try not to, but I can.
I put stuff in the box before. This was nowhere near a box movie.
No, you said you had too many shelves. We can just go we've been on a good kick lately, though, too, of movies.
We have.
Yeah.
Curated list this time. I've been purposely trying to do better stuff than bad stuff. Purposely. And Bill.
This is going to shelf for me. I love this. This is the kind of shelf that it's the same shelf that where cozy blankets for your couch live, this is a great cozy blanket movie, and I really appreciated it. And I love so much about this. I have no reservations putting this on a shelf, in proudly displayed somewhere in my virtual head closet. So yeah, I'm gonna shelf it for all the reasons we discussed.
God, now I feel like the asshole.
No, sir. You gave valid reasons. You almost talked me into a stack, but I'm like, no.
You gotta go with your heart.
I went with my heart, and me and Napoleon Dynamite, we do the same thing, and that's it. So yeah, shelf all the way.
You know, I rewatched it, Napoleon Dynamite. I wonder about that every so often.
Oh, I'd box that in a heartbeat.
I remember liking that movie the last time I saw it.
So
when I was
did
in high school.
I was not in high school. I was in college when that probably came out. I was like 2003, I want to say. I'm curious if that was a time or place movie. I don't know. I don't know if I want to spend the time to find out. I remember really liking it a lot when it first came out, and I don't know how I'd feel about it now.
Yeah, I suspect, like it when it first came out. So like,
interesting. See, I got caught up in the zeitgeist of Napoleon Dynamite. I fully admit I did not have a Vote for Pedro shirt, but I probably would have had one if it was readily available. I got caught up in it, and I'm not ashamed to say I was. A lot of people did. I don't know. And I don't think I want to find out. Again, like Lost Highway, my memories of it are probably better than its actual reality. So I'm just going to leave it at that.
Go to plugs. And Bill, where can we find you at?
A Gamer Looks at 40, Carry My Cross podcast, both those things available wherever you listen to your favorite or eighth favorite shows, whatever it happens to be. Check those projects out and give it a listen.
And if you enjoyed this episode, there are 1,000 other episodes of this podcast. We do movies, TV shows, video games, comics, all catalog on Podbean. You can search and look up everything we've done on there. If you want to support the show, we do have a Patreon, a little dog vote in our Patreon poll. We have 2 polls a month, so check that out. And also you get all the episodes early, so you will see that. There's more. I'll plug your podcast or YouTube every episode I make during that month, like these lovely people. You already heard from Bill Tucker. Check out Phoebe Stanton's podcast, Nerds Broadcast, and you can also follow her on Twitch and YouTube as the Let's Play Princess. And give a shout out to Zach's show, absolutely the best podcast of work in progress. Talk about the MCU movies and currently doing the Alien Predator franchise. And want to give a shout out to my awesome intro and outro, Chris Helena at Hell Has Free. Follow her on TikTok and Instagram. And please, Discord, you'll see a link in the show notes for that. And please follow us Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, YouTube. Rate and review us. I think it's everything I need to say. So bye, everybody.
Goodbye, my little chickadee.
Salah.